Hey guys, Runtime HD here, and welcome back to Quick Quips with Steven Seagal. This time, Steven Seagal is Maximum Conviction.
Time to lock it up. It's my game now.
Two Steves, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Steven Seagal, finally meeting, first time in history, one of the greatest crossovers in cinema history for sure. Truly a cinematic masterpiece that all of you deserve to watch. You know, I didn't mean any of that. This movie's awful, and it's drained the life out of me. Okay, I don't know. Like, this movie is just walking around a prison. The movie, shooting in a prison, walking around a prison. The movie. The only set they ever use is a fucking prison, and let me tell you, for an hour and a half, it gets monotonous real quick. Especially since the movie is not written very well either. And Steven Seagal is barely in it, so I kind of watched this movie for no reason. Like, I feel like Stone Cold is in this movie more than Steven is. Maybe he isn't. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention because I was almost falling asleep near the midpoint. I'm not even lying. I almost fell asleep several times. And, like, literally. It's just... some of them, it's one of the most, like, mind-numbing, monotonous movies I've ever watched. Like, I didn't end up hating this movie by the end of it. I was just kind of apathetic. By the time it was over, I was like, wow, that was an hour and a half of my life that I'll never get back. And, yeah, this is going to get worse as we go on. 'Cause they only get worse from here. Which... it's great. I'm so stoked for the ones that are coming out recently because Steven is fat in this, but he isn't like super fat like he is now. I am going to die when we get to the new ones. The newer ones. Like, okay, so this is from 2012, still about 10 years ago. 10 years, yeah, 11 years. And it's just, I feel like every Steven Seagal movie over the 2010s is not good, especially this one. And honestly, I guess I should get to the plot synopsis. And basically, the plot synopsis is Steven Seagal and Steve Austin are at this like prison, and then they have like this asset here who's taken to the prison, and then these terrorists who also arrive at this prison, and then they want the asset because she has like a chip or something in her, something about money, and then they just kind of, Steven Seagal and Steve Austin, they just kind of chase these terrorists throughout the entire film, and then at the end they kill all of them, and then everybody's fine, and it's all fine and dandy. And the villain gets defeated in like 2 minutes because he's a complete pushover and doesn't know how to fight. Yeah. All the villains have a very anticlimactic death, except for the one very important bald side villain who gets impaled by a pipe. And it doesn't even look that good. Like, you don't even know what happens at first because the editing in this movie is god-awful. Like, they love this weird glitch transition for, like, every other scene, and it's atrocious. Like, it makes me genuinely want to throw up. Like, it's awful. I don't know whoever made that decision in production, but they need to be fired, okay? Please. Do not get any more jobs. You're awful. I hate you. And, like... There was, like, I just need to highlight some of the things that I found funny. Something that I found some semblance of enjoyment out of. So they constantly are, like, switching to this security room that has, like, all these cameras set up. Like, all these TVs with cameras set up. And then, the evil bad girl and the asset good girl, they're, like, the bad girl's, like, dragging her, or, like, they're running through the hallway. And the camera is not stationary. It's following them. It's literally running with them. So it's like, is there just like a moving security camera? Is there a security camera on a moving tripod with wheels? Is that what that is? Because I don't know what technology that is, but it's definitely not modern technology. It's not even real technology. That's not how security cameras work. But not only that, I noticed when the scene transitioned to them, it was literally just the footage they shot for the next scene. And instead of just deciding to put a camera in the corner, they were lazy as fuck, and they decided to just use the footage they were shooting in the next scene. Fuck you. I know they didn't put any effort into this movie. The writing, the editing, the cinematography, and everything else shows that they didn't give a shit. Because this definitely wasn't theatrical, and this was a direct-to-DVD release. And every single movie after this is going to be a direct-to-DVD release, which is a great sign. And, like, as the movie went on, my soul, like, 20 minutes, like 18 minutes in, my soul was just sucked out of my body. Like, the film was like a fucking... It just drained all my life and joy out of my life, and I was just a soulless husk by the end of this film, and I don't know. As you can tell, this was not a very enjoyable movie. There was only a few scenes that I got a laugh out of, like the security camera thing. And there was a dumb line, like bad writing here and that I could laugh at. But everything else was incredibly boring or just straight up bad. So, I guess, would I recommend this movie? Fuck no. You will never like this movie. If you like this movie, I'm sorry to say, but you do not have very good taste. You know, everything's subjective, but I think you have a pretty low bar if you like this movie. Just saying. But yeah, if you do not watch this movie, not even an if, do not watch this movie under any circumstances. Avoid it at all costs. For the sake of your sanity and joy. So, the only positive I can really think about are the occasional stupid shit and Steve Austin. Because he's somebody I know. And he's somebody that has accomplished more than Steven ever has. So, I'm just saying. So, yeah. Wouldn't recommend it. Awful movie. So, let me get to my ratings. So, ironic enjoyment, probably like a 3. Not much ironic enjoyment here. Steven Seagal rating, probably also a 3. And real movie rating, also a 3. Got 3s across the board. Just 3, 3, 3. Just 3, 3, 3. Got triple 3s. And, yeah. Movie's not very good. Do not watch it under any circumstances. And, yeah, I think I said my piece. So, guys, I'm Ronan Tim HD. Hope you like this video. Subscribe, turn notifications on, like it, share with your friends, comment down below on how much you liked it. And, I've been Ronan Tim HD with Steven Seagal with Quick Quips with Steven Seagal. That's how Steven is in this movie, just... This is all he does, just clap, you, like, clapped a guy's head, too, went twice, he went... Like, what is that? Is that, like, Tony Stark? Not Tony Stark. Is that Tony Stark. Is that Robert Downey Jr. in that Sherlock Holmes who was just discombobulate? Is that what he was trying to do? Because it looked like he just went... Like he was like a fucking gorilla. Like he was just gonna clap his brain. Fuck you, Steven. You put me through this, you piece of shit.